Excuse the bad lighting, but hello everyone and welcome to the video. It is currently 4:02 a.m. I'm on my way to the Los Angeles International Airport and I'm kind of tired. So anyway, I'm going to Portland. I've always loved it up there. It's green, it's luscious, it rains, it's a fun city, and yeah, it's just, you know, gonna be a good time. A couple disclaimers here. I am vaccinated. My mother, who I share my apartment with, is also vaccinated, so I'm able to do this. Now, the reason why I'm visiting Portland is because me, my good friend Brendan, my girlfriend Hannah, and then my other friend Justin, who currently lives in Portland, we're probably going to be moving in together up there. As a photographer, Portland is like where it's at for me. I love the rainy aesthetic, I love cities, and I'm really tired of dry Southern California. Everything's dead. I'm kind of over it. The original intent of this trip was to go check out Portland and really make sure that this is what we want to do and where we want to move, at least for the next, year. But you'll notice I'm by myself. Now, my friend Brendan, we were supposed to go together. We planned this out for the last month. We were looking forward to it. God, poor fucking Brendan, man. He works from home. He was squeezing 60 hours of work into his week to make time for this trip. Such a good guy. Feel so bad for him. And so I'm like, yo, Brandon, I'm gonna pick you up at 4 a.m. and we're just gonna go. And he's like, okay, cool. I take melatonin at 8:30 p.m. It still doesn't really fucking do anything, but I basically take a long nap. 10 p.m. rolls around and I get a call from Brendan on Discord, not a phone, Discord, which he's never done before. And I'm like, oh God. On this very freeway, the 23 freeway, some asshole rammed into my friend Brendan's Honda Civic at about 70 miles an hour in a Ford Expedition at 9:30 p.m. I assume, around then. I don't know the exact detail. So this asshole completely slams into Brendan's Civic, totals it. Brendan doesn't even know where his phone is. It was sitting up on a GPS or on a little phone holder, just gone after the impact. Could be on the freeway, could be in the totaled car right now, who knows. He rushes home to call me to tell me, he's like, I don't think I can go. Instead of, flying to Portland with me and having a fun weekend, he's gonna have to, go file police records tomorrow, get all this shit out of his car before it's crushed into a cube, talk to the insurance people. It's just a shitty situation. And it's crazy because it happens a matter of hours before we're supposed to get up and start our travel. That's the craziest part, is this could have happened. If it happened 24 hours prior, we would be going on the trip together still. That's the craziest thing. It's it had to happen at the worst time for him. So that sucks. We probably could have gotten our flights changed, but my rental car, the Airbnb we got, none of that is refundable. It's less than 12 hours before check-in for both of those things. The plane ticket's non-refundable. I tried to get some of my other friends to go, but Delta Airlines doesn't let you transfer names, which I guess makes sense, but it's come on. So here I am, flying solo. For the first time. I've never flown by myself before, and I'm just gonna say it. I don't like planes. I don't like flying. It makes me anxious, but it's just kind of one of those things you gotta do, So, hats off to that. Thoughts and prayers, Brendan and Sid. Sorry that bullshit happened to you. Okay, I was in the middle of talking, and then the GoPro said error, and then it tried to format my entire SD card, which would have deleted everything I shot yesterday on the plane, driving to the airport. That wouldn't have been good. But anyway, what I was talking about before, I was so rudely cut off by the GoPro. I just want to talk about my experience traveling during the pandemic, at least getting to here. But like I said before, I'm vaccinated. My mom, who I live with, well, we both, I don't live with my mom, okay? We both pay rent. She's also vaccinated. You know, it's not as big of a risk to us. Even if you are vaccinated, they don't know yet if, you know, you can transfer it to other people, which it's pretty, I mean, I'm not a medical person, but I feel like it's pretty likely that, you know, you could carry it. Like, the vaccine, it doesn't just make COVID disappear from your body, it just makes you, you know, not get horribly sick or die from it. Whenever you're in a public place, especially like an airport or a plane, I would absolutely recommend double masking. Just the studies show that chances of transmission are way less. And I actually think double masking is more comfortable than single masking. Feels a little more restrictive when you breathe, but if there are any other glasses wearers out there, having another mask on top of the top one actually kind of locks it down more, and your glasses just like don't fog up. Whereas if you have one mask on, it's a little shaky, and you know, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Of course, you want to be careful. You want to keep your distance from people. When I was in the airport waiting, there were tons of people who just, you know, had the mask below the nose. They had a mask sitting on their chin, or they took off their mask because, you know, they were eating. And it's like, at least if you want to take off your mask and eat, like, just eat. Don't like sit there next to a bunch of other people and just take like 20 minutes to finish your fucking sandwich. You know what I mean? If you're a considerate person, which I hope many of you are, just be wary of that. At LAX, there were chairs sectioned off to not sit, and I had somebody come sit next to me, and they just kind of looked at me and they said, "Excuse me," and they sat there, and I was like, you know, if I wasn't vaccinated, I would have been way more uncomfortable with it, but whatever. On the actual plane, I flew Delta, so in my case, I had a lot of room because, as you guys knew earlier, my friend didn't end up coming, and we had seats next to each other, so I had an empty seat next to me. So it was me on the left aisle, my friend's empty seat, then they block off an entire aisle. Yeah, pretty comfortable flight. As far as like pandemic stuff went, you know, I felt generally safe the whole time, but again, I am vaccinated, so I honestly wouldn't recommend traveling if you're not vaccinated. And you know, you might be young, you might be healthy, but you don't want to bring it on to anyone else because they might not be young or healthy, or they might have something wrong with them. You don't want to be the cause of some shit like that. And you never know how it can mess with you either. But if you are vaccinated, I think it's totally safe. So anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts so far. This is my rental car, if you guys care. It's an Audi A3. Rented this on Turo. Shout out Doug DeMiro. Pretty cool. I've come to realize, I don't know if this is an Oregon thing or a Portland thing, but people out here drive really slowly, but like they make like crazy evasive maneuvers like all the time. Like driving in LA is like kind of crazy, but like you can kind of expect what most people are doing. I feel like out here, like you can't. The amount of people I've seen like darting like from parking lots, driving down the wrong side of the road for like 10 seconds to like get through somewhere, like that happens like every 5 seconds. But like all the speed limits are like 30 max, which is just like funny. Say hi.
What's up? Oh, it's got a front camera.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Wow.
I feel like you have to go in the morning so that the sun is on you.
This is still fucking cool. Hi.
You're gonna be in the montage.
Sorry, pal, you're getting quick scoped. No, no, anything but that.
You wanna go down? Yeah.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
It's pretty cool over here.
God. Whoa. Too bright.
Alright guys, that concludes my little Portland pandemic trip video. Hope you liked it. I didn't get any footage of my trip back, but it really wasn't all that interesting anyway. The GoPro was giving me all kinds of trouble, and it kept giving me this message saying that it couldn't record, and that the only way I could record was to format my SD card, which I had already formatted once before, and I was just really nervous that if I kept using it, I'd lose all the footage I took over the weekend. I didn't want to lose more than I had already lost. This was my first time making a video outside of my room, and I want to keep doing things like this. Please forgive me if anything seems amateur in this video. I like the idea of doing similar projects like this that are bigger than just tutorials or just me sitting in a chair talking to a camera. Please let me know what you thought of the video, what you liked and what you didn't. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with the next one. Bye.